Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira closing in on Fiorentina move, and then we're going to look at Arsenal open to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang transfer offers despite Mikel Arteta plans. So the first transfer headline states that Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira closes in on Fiorentina move. So the reports are stating that the Uruguayan midfielder is close to signing for the Italian Giants after being given the green light to leave Arsenal. Arsenal midfielder Lucas Torreira is close to joining Italian Giants Fiorentina, as it is understood. Lucas Torreira joined the Gunners in 2018 and quickly made himself popular among the supporters with man-of-the-match performances against Liverpool and Tottenham, scoring an iconic goal in a famous North London derby win. He was loaned out to Atletico Madrid last season, making 26 appearances across all competitions and winning the La Liga title with Diego Simeone's side. Lucas Torreira's agent Pablo Bentancur has spoken publicly about Lucas Torreira wanting to return to Italy, but he has learned that the midfielder had earlier expressed his desire to compete for a place in the Arsenal midfield, but was informed that he was not part of Mikel Arteta's plans for the new season. The Uruguay midfielder has been training individually at London Colney since arriving back in London last week and will travel to Italy tomorrow to complete the move. It has been learned that the deal is likely to be a loan move with an obligation to buy at the end of it. The 25-year-old previously admitted his frustrations at the Emirates Stadium resulted in seeing a psychologist in the Spanish capital. A year ago, I had been working with a psychologist in Spain because when in the second year at Arsenal, I played very little, Lucas Torreira told the Metro. It was hard for me to really assimilate it because my life depends on football, and when I don't play, I have a very bad time, I am in a very bad mood, and many things happen. That's why I started with him, and he was giving me a hand with that topic. He also opened about the tragic loss of his brother, who sadly passed away last year after contracting COVID-19. When my mother's thing happened, I wanted to stop playing soccer, he said. I wanted to stay in Fray Bentos with my family. I had very little desire to go back to Spain because I had to stay alone there. Luckily, one of my brothers left with me, but I wanted to be here with my father because he was the one who was suffering the most and the one who was hurt the most by the whole situation. He was always with my mother, they went everywhere together, and today seeing him alone is a very hard blow that we find difficult to assimilate. And we try to be with him, to help him, accompany him, and also hold him so that he does not fall. Because now we have to continue, for us, for him, and because the most important reason to continue living is always going to be our mother. Mikel Arteta will be without Thomas Partey and Mohamed El Neni in January when the duo head off to the Africa Cup of Nations. The Gunners are expected to offload several players before the August 31st transfer deadline. So it looks like also midfielder Lucas Torreira closes in on Fiorentina move, which will be a loan move with an obligation to play, and I think it's a shame to see Lucas Torreira go. I think he was someone that was loved heavily by the Arsenal fan base, but he isn't in Mikel Arteta's plans. So the dicey takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which takes the Arsenal open to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang transfer offers despite Mikel Arteta plans. So the reports are stating that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang could be set to leave Arsenal before the transfer window closes. Arsenal are open to letting Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang depart the club this summer if any offers come in for their star striker. The Gunners have suffered the worst start to the season in their entire history after succumbing to defeats while failing to find the back of the net. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang missed Arsenal's opening day loss to Brentford after being struck by COVID-19, but was fit enough to be named on the bench for Sunday's defeat at home to Chelsea. The Gabon international was induced for the last half an hour of the clash, but couldn't help his side overturn their deficits as Chelsea stormed to the top of the table. Boss Mikel Arteta is under pressure after his side's shocking starts, and, according to the Telegraph, he will not stand in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's way if another club shows interest in signing the player this summer. The 32-year-old forward apparently remains a key player for Mikel Arteta and is still in the Spaniard's plans, but is no longer regarded as indispensable to the club. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang endured a torrid season last night amid a series of personal struggles. The forward missed 3 matches after his mother fell ill in January and then had another spell on the sidelines after being struck by malaria while on international duty. He was also dropped for the crucial North London derby against Tottenham in March and admitted struggling during the coronavirus pandemic. It's definitely been a bad year, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang said in May. When I had this issue with my mom, the club were really kind to me. They let me go to see her. It was a really nice thing from the club. It's been a difficult year, especially for me, because I am used to seeing my family quite often. When I am playing at home, they come to the stadium quite often. She's feeling so much better and she's really well. She's very, very well. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored just 10 Premier League goals last season and has struggled to hit the heights which saw him rewarded with a bumper new contract last September. But the club could face a challenge to find potential suitors, with his hefty wage demands likely to put clubs off. The former Borussia Dortmund man is thought to earn around £350,000 a week, and clubs could be reluctant to pay that to a player who has been out of form for the best part of a year. With Aubameyang's contract still having 2 years to run, the striker could command a decent fee for the Arsenal coffers, which desperately need replenishing. The Gunners have shelled out around £130 million already this summer to bring 5 new faces to the club. So it looks like Arsenal open to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang transfer offers despite Mikel Arteta plans. And I think Arsenal are in a huge shambolic situation at the moment. Being an Arsenal fan, I think we are very struggling in a number of positions. I think the whole problem starts with Stan Kroenke and Josh Kroenke, the ownership. Then the players in between, such as the likes of Ivan Katesham and Edu. I think those are the problems between where the club is. And when it comes to Mikel Arteta, he's making decisions such as selling our best player for the season before last season and probably our best player in recent time to a club that probably might even compete with the Gunners. So we will have to see how this transfer saga pans out. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup posters, a special link I have put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 30 likes. Also subscribe for more daily videos and share the video with your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the latest videos on the screen and I'll see you there.